You're listening to the best of Flight 1080 on AM 1080, 104.1 FM, KSCO.
I was like,
I had to listen to some of it for study when I went to Cabrillo. They listen, like they make you listen to these eras of different religious music depending on what class you have. I think this particular one was Survey of Popular Music. Can I ask you guys, Billy Armi, Kenny Thomas, and David Stolowitz, whether I go to hell or heaven, where am I going to buy guitar strings when I'm there? And is there going to be anywhere to plug in my guitar amp, or should I just bring my acoustics?
You won't need it. You'll
hope
be
that I still have them.
There's got to be.
Also,
there's got to be amplifier up.
Where am I going to get a lid or grow a plant when I'm up there? Do you think?
What are you talking about?
You think it's going to be so hot in hell that the buds are just going to smoke right off the plant? I won't even get to.
It ain't heaven without all that stuff. I don't want to go.
It's a natural high.
You know what's crazy? This was like 10 years ago, but one day I was watching a BBC documentary and it was about cannabis, and their research of it in this documentary, it was like 2 hours, was that the Hindu Kush mountain region, where they believe the cannabis indica originated, that their theory on how THC evolved, as a plant, evolved to be within cannabis,
right?
In that strain, was that it's so hot at the elevation, at this particular elevation and location of the Hindu Kush mountain, was the tetrahydrocannabinol resin and CBD and the things that comprise, the resin of the cannabis plant. Was generated as a survival tactic for the plant. That was the only way that the plant could survive the heat up there.
Oh, wow!
And that it seemingly, unrelated that it gets us high, but since we have the cannabinoid receptors in our brain, it kind of leaves.
Well, I'm grateful that happened.
Yeah, me too.
We were grateful on
wherever and however it came about.
That's
grateful
great.
and thankful. Anyway, sorry to take it off track. How are things going for you guys?
All right, man, we're good.
Excellent.
On the air. We have another call.
Now that we thoroughly,
I
thoroughly angered everybody with my throwing bouquets at the Christians.
Caller ending in 19, you're in the air. Welcome.
Oh, hi there. Hi, guys.
Hey, Billy. How are things? Sorry, buddy. What's new?
I need to talk to you about the way you guys are doing radio.
Oh, I know we're great.
No, you don't.
Man. Yeah.
You guys are great.
Oh,
but
we're perfect. We couldn't do anything better.
Any constructive criticism?
Actually, Alec, it's you I want to talk to, and all the board ops. And I want to discuss the take next concept. Today's a perfect example. You had a guy singing Bob Dylan and singing about me, and then I'm ready to go, and I'm going to sing too, and I got the energy, and then you put on a bunch of other people. Instead of take next, sometimes you should go to the right caller. And oh, by the way,
so humble
you think
too.
that religion conversation went on way too long?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my fault.
It was started by a caller, partially.
Billy, are you in a bad mood
today? I had great
today?
energy at the beginning of my call. I wanted to celebrate with you guys on the air, and it just took me down.
Well, what are you? You're
sorry.
here now.
Man.
You're here
it's
now.
my fault. It's my
spotlight
fault.
is
Give him a
on
hug.
you.
Alec asked me to take over the phone lines in here, and I'm in Rosie's room today, and I was just randomly pressing buttons.
I'd actually clicked on you,
fine.
Billy, but we're having a slight technical issue with Telos, and so
he asked me
my
actually
only
to take it
option
over,
was to go to Flings
I
first.
some
Well,
woman.
what do you think, though, about my idea about we shouldn't always go to take next?
That's basically something that I learned from Dave. So depending on the volume of calls at any particular moment, I do either or, take next, or if we have somebody important like you, I of course would prefer to go to your call first.
Important. Thank you so much, Alec.
Hey, neighborhood.
All right, you guys have a good-
Wait, Billy. Neighborhood bully. That's the one, dude. Neighborhood bully.
Yeah.
That's
what
the
Bob Dylan said he wrote about me. He didn't. He lied to me. He's just that kind of guy.
I was listening to that one the other day. I was playing along to it. I threw it on and capoed up my guitar and just started jamming. I love that progression on that song. Man.
What
That's
is
great?
wrong with
Perhaps
Bob
you
Dylan?
could play that to introduce me when we go on stage.
Yeah, okay, we could do that.
But wait,
yeah.
Billy Sunshine, you met Bob Dylan. You've met the
He used
man.
to-
What's wrong with
His
him?
wife worked for Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Is he,
Oh, yeah, no,
is he like all right
6 years.
mentally?
He's
Oh, yeah,
far
no,
smarter
there's
and
nothing wrong with
more
that.
successful than you are.
This is true.
That's
Billy
true.
was, see, Billy was hanging out with
That's
Bob
very
during the
true.
time where that song I keep mentioning, Neighborhood Bully, was on an album called Infidels, and the big hit song off that album was called Sweetheart Like You, and it was really a really beautiful
But what I want to
song.
know is this.
Gorgeous
Is he a
song.
real artist, or is he in it just for the cash, Billy Sunshine?
Real artist.
He is a real artist who's in it for the cash as well.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Those
answer,
things
fair
are
answer.
those things are so not mutually exclusive. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Right, right.
You got bills to pay.
Especially when you're getting ripped off by Albert
When's the
Grossman
show,
for
guys?
the
Right, yeah.
When's
10
your next show?
July
Is
16th,
that with
Saturday.
you? We're doing
After
July
Kenny's bar
16th with
mitzvah.
you, buddy.
And I'll
Corralitos
introduce you
Cultural
guys.
Center.
All
correct?
right, that's going to be fun. All right, so, all right,
Okay.
Billy. Look
Take care,
forward,
Billy.
Look forward to seeing you. Love you, buddy.
All right,
Thanks for
love you guys.
calling.
Take care.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
A couple more here. Look at that.
Am I in flight 1080
All kinds
now?
of people angry today.
I've never called in before. It's me calling. My name is Del Mar. Alec Hale, I'm a really big fan of yours.
We haven't.
I've been
we
wanting
haven't
to call in for about 2 or 3 months now, but I'm a little bit shy.
We need to get you some coffee, Billy.
My name isn't Billy. My name is Del Mar.
Del Mar.
Listen, I work down by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Years ago, I attended UCSC, and I do powerlifting on the weekends.
You teach yoga too?
I don't teach yoga anymore. I actually do a little bit of origami at the annex. And no, this is my natural voice now. It started off different, but now I'm just working it.
You just
And I
got let
love
go
that.
from NPR, correct?
I don't listen to NPR. It's far too left wing for me.
You listen to the hip hop.
I'm kind of just a normal person. I know it's unusual to have the name Del Mar.
You just learned radio
I don't
from
really
Ray
hang out at the
Taliaferro
beach
at
very
KGO.
I don't get down to the beach very often.
You don't know what you're talking about, madam.
I'm actually more shy than people.
How dare you, madam?
Listen, you gentlemen.
I wonder
are
why
making
he wandered off into the woods.
You boys are making fun of my voice, but I'm kind of a shy person.
And you spoke a lot.
He was.
That's why I called
was
in,
nice.
because I thought I could be accepted for who I really am.
Well, you're not. Nobody here wants to hear this.
Now listen,
we're
call me by my name.
we're one of those radio
Del Mar.
stations.
Well, let's get that caller in the
See,
area.
this person's gonna
We got a
kill us.
guest here, flight 1080 passenger.
Caller
Oh,
ending
sorry
in
about that.
6-8. You're in the air. Thanks for calling.
Oh, whoa, dude, I forgot I was on hold.
Justin,
Hey, Justin.
What's up,
Sometimes we
Kenny?
how you doing, man?
Doing good,
I
brother.
got your text. That's great to hear from you, man.
Yeah, you guys sound great. Leave it to Billy to criticize it.
Yeah, well,
He woke up on the wrong side of the coffin this morning.
he was upset. Look, hey,
What
look, we
happened?
love Billy Sunshine.
The wrong
Take
side
it
of the
easy.
crypt, you know. Just-
I hate when that happens, man.
well, you notice what he,
Billy, you forgot to talk about your underwater basket weaving.
My underwater
Also-
basket weaving. Are you talking about you talking about my cousin that sometimes appears at the boardwalk? And his name's Billy the One Eye. Yeah,
Yeah,
Billy the One. Look,
yeah,
he's
but-
notorious. Sometimes he'll say that he's me, Billy Armi, ARMI, not ARMY, YI, and not Y. Because
He's kind of
I
been on
love
a
you.
rut lately. He can't get H and H.
Yes.
anyways, Billy the
Yeah.
One Eye is not here today, but I mean he's a scallywag is what he is. He's my
But-
cousin, and he's from Watsonville.
He has
He
scurvy
looks
right
more
now.
Mexican than Dave does. I'm gonna slap his face
He's
when I
got
see
the-
him.
He's got the peg leg, right?
He has two of them.
He's got. He has two peg legs now.
He's trying to get on
Last time he
disability
only-
for months.
Last time I saw him, he only had the one. What happened?
Well, look, times are tough these days, and the one leg trying to get on disability wasn't cutting it, so he had an accident at the Home Depot. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
These
No,
days,
I
he spends
figured-
most of his time trying to balance.
You've seen his
figured
act.
he went in. I figured he went in for like a COVID test or something, and he said, "How much is it going to cost?" And they said, "An arm and a leg."
I'm stealing.
I don't know. That
Good
was-
one.
That was cheap.
An arm and a leg. An arm and a leg, both me arms and both me. Lara, what else you got to say, color?
What's going on out there,
right.
Justin?
Me think that's about it.
All right, we're
Thanks for the
walking
call.
playing.
Fanny be tender. Love you, Justin.
Fanny Be
All
Tender.
right,
No,
love
that's
you
a song-
guys.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Justin.
Bye-bye, man.
I keep
Take
hearing
care.
about this Fanny Be Tender song, and I want to hear it.
Wasn't that the Bee Gees?
Sounds like
Is
a
it?
delicious entree.
That's the one that Randall
whatever
always
it
talks
is.
about. The one besides the one Firefall, even though they had 80 songs.
Oh, yeah.
The Bee Gees had a song called Fanny Be Tender.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know,
Alec, you think Fanny
don't
Be
remember
Tender sounds
that
like
one.
a Denny's meal, or was that what it is? the number 10 or whatever. I'll take the Fanny Be Tender. Available only after midnight.
You know what a great Bee Gees song is?
Yeah,
Is Nights on Broadway. I heard that the other day on the radio.
They got some jams.
That's a jam,
I
man.
don't think I've heard that
It's
one.
really, really like just
What's it
there.
called?
It's called Nights on Broadway. It's just the whole like the verse part. That's just really smooth. They used to sit there just on the spot with an acoustic guitar, the Bee Gees, and you could just throw any song at them, and they'd go, and just instantly harmonize and play it on the guitar. I mean, they were so
Right.
good at any random song.
They'd been writing and releasing with that. I think their dad or their producer since like the mid '60s.
Yeah.
Or something. It
Yeah.
just kind of evolved
Yeah.
more towards the club or disco scene later on. But it sounded like it was almost like kind of like with Bob Marley and the Wailers. They had early '60s like singles.
Yeah.
That were they were roots rock reggae, but they didn't have the lope and flow and subject matter of
what the later stuff did.
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah.
kind of similar in my mind to, I don't know, just
Oh, sure.
slight degree, but
Yeah,
they
that-
aren't that close. I guess it's apples and oranges.
Yeah, a lot of that old stuff was just great, I mean, I don't know. Music today, there's still good music today. There's still good stuff coming out all over the place.
It's just,
today.
I find overwhelmingly there's so much from the past, even the recent past, like kind of the era that we're speaking of right now, that either was bootlegged, was eventually released, or that I just wasn't aware of, where I could probably spend the rest of my life, going through even things that were just semi-recent, maybe like pre-1990.
Bootleg.
What's the name of this town?
Santa Cruz.
Have you got a good sound?
Yes, we do.
Well, tell me confidentially, who do most folks listen to? KSCO Radio.
Recently on Flight 1080.
Billy Sunshine, you're in the air.
Hey, Billy.
Hey-o. Billy, I haven't talked to you in a dog's age. How you doing, buddy? Yeah.
Billy, when he goes to the dog park, he's really popular with the ladies.
I bet he is. He's a very charming man, of course.
Flight 1080 with Dave Michaels and Jack Stein. Monday through Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Right here on AM 1080 KSCO. It's the best of Flight 1080 on AM 1080 KSCO Santa Cruz.